Joel Fleischman Happy Hour Podcast, episode 142. Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers.
Which way we go? This way? That way. All right. We have Mike Gullickson and Mitch Mallek with us today. Welcome to the pod.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Thank you.
First timers, yes?
Yes, for
Okay.
me.
I had a podcast with Marcus.
You
so,
did.
In Amherst,
You had a
yeah.
roadshow
Yeah.
podcast,
Yeah.
hey?
Veteran.
He brought it to you. These
did.
gentlemen went the extra mile, as they say, to be here in our podcast studio. So thank you for taking the time.
No problem.
Yeah, so you both are in some new-ish leadership roles. Been a few months now. Let's start with Mitch. Take us back. You started with Drexel in 2020, I believe. What roles have you been in? What does that look like, that journey for you, and the kind of the progression to head coach?
In 2020, I was a project coordinator with the company prior,
Yes.
and then from there transitioned into a panel estimator, then the leader of that group of panel estimating, and now this. So it's been an exciting journey. Definitely some ups and downs, but it was great. And it's
For sure.
continuing to see how this progresses. So
For sure. How about you, Mike?
Yeah, same. Drexel acquired our previous company, and I was a field specialist working with subcontracted crews as well as our own blue crews on projects out in the field, making sure they all went well and got them completed. So, yeah, been there ever since February of this year. I was asked to join Amherst production as the leader on the floor, and it's been going well ever since. So yeah,
You were actually one of the first people I met the first time I went out on a job site
in the
for
field.
the buzz.
Yes,
And
Yep.
I told Kate as I was talking, shout out to Kate, okay, as I was talking to her about preparing for this pod, and I was like, I remember meeting Mike and Jeff. You guys were both out there. I had no idea what went into offsite and all the things, and I was just so appreciative as a new team member how welcoming you were and positive and like telling me about the process.
Sure.
So it was a great first impression. Thank you very much for that. Made me feel at ease and welcome. So just wanted to.
That's funny because when I first started out of college at the previous company, right, one of my first duties was rolling out to a job site with Gullickson.
Okay,
And, we
there
spent
you
a couple
go.
weeks out there together on a project in Beaver Dam. So.
Absolutely.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Good time.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. Mike, talk to me a little bit about kind of that transition from field to the floor.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Had my doubts on myself. I never really seen myself in a leadership. I thought I was doing pretty well at where I was, and I was approached by a few senior leaders. Andy Rettler, one, Ross Harder, asked if I would be interested in this role, and I'm like, oh man, that's a lot. And I needed some time to think about it, and just took a little bit of time and mulled it over, and honestly, I didn't really have a lot of faith in myself.
Yeah.
But after those guys reassuring me that, Mike, you're going to be great at this, I knew the business and the process and all that of offsite. I've been doing it a long time, so figured it would be a good fit.
Yeah.
The deciding factor was really my wife pushing me into it. Yeah, she made sure I understood that you got this, and the next day we had a meeting and said I'll do it. So
okay, that just takes somebody to believe in you, right? Sometimes
Absolutely.
before you do it yourself, and that's been actually some feedback that we've gotten from the team and surveys, pulse survey and such, is kind of like the career pathways, right? And like, what does that look like for you? Yes, there's some ownership on the team member to say like, what do you want and how are you going to get there? But then also the leadership group and the team. And I was kind of curious, kind of like with both of your journeys, like who's been that for you? Obviously, you said your wife, Andy, Ross.
Yeah, and everybody around, the whole team. Reassuring me that this is a good fit for you. You have the knowledge, so just jump into it and get after it. And ever since I started, the reception has been really well. People like it. I think we've been doing some really positive things since, so it's been a good thing. Yeah.
How about you, Mitch?
Yeah, I guess Ross and Rattler also, shout out to those two.
Yeah.
So believing in me a little bit and pushing me. I knew I wanted to do more and kind of just grow as an individual, not just on a personal level, but also in my career. So those two kind of pushing me in that, and then also kind of like Mike mentioned, my wife, my son. So like both of those two just
for sure
doing what I can do for them. That was a big deciding factor. So
that's huge. That support on the home front and within these walls,
for sure,
that goes a long way.
At the end of the day, that's just realizing that team is there for you at any time. I've leaned on them quite a bit since the start. So. Much thanks to everybody here at Drexel, everybody involved with me and Mitch and,
for sure.
and everyone.
That's great. Cool. I guess talk to me with these new roles, kind of some highlights, some things that have been, like you said, we've been seeing some positive changes here. Sure. So let's start with Mike.
Okay. Well, it's, like I say, we've made some changes. We had some quality issues in the past. I'm not going to lie. We needed to make some changes, and we did. And even cultural things we've had to really turn around. The buy-in has been awesome. The team I have in Amherst is outstanding. Both shifts I'm working with now they're top notch. They understand how these things need to go. They're very receptive to change, which is one of our biggest core values that happens a lot.
Yes,
So they're outstanding and awesome, and the product they're putting out has been outstanding. For and
sure.
They're anything that, if there is anything that comes back, I explain what happened, the why. I don't just go and yell at them, and they got to understand, this is why this happened. This is what happened, and why we shouldn't be doing it, and they take it,
so
and
receptive.
it's so receptive, and they make it better, and that's what they do. They make a great product.
For sure. One of my mentors used to say, like, you get it, you want it, and you have the capacity to do it. Like, are those things all three in line, and when the team really gets it and then they want to help improve and they want to make it better, like that's the magic ingredient right there.
Yeah, for sure.
How about you, Mitch?
Yeah, on my end, I guess the main focus to start was just making sure the sales were there, right?
Yeah.
Can we get orders in? So working with Ross, Clint pretty heavily when I was still estimating, right?
Yes.
A lot of that was LSP projects, not that we were strictly focusing on just LSP. It was just because we hadn't landed a bunch of those projects in the years prior.
Yes.
So really focusing on those, securing a few of them, and then really building out that schedule, because in manufacturing you got to have a built-out schedule to be profitable and continue rolling. So that was priority number one, and then number two, it's just like there's a lot of things going on. Dave Burr, so shout out Dave.
Dave.
He's been helping out in Amherst pretty much every day for the last few weeks to maybe a couple months by now. Just redefining a lot of what we do from a pricing stance on far as like, okay, floor panels, wall panels, really extracting this thing, peeling everything back, making sure we're priced appropriately, and at the end of the day, profitable. So there's a lot more that goes into that, a lot more details that are probably kind of lame to discuss, but that's what
for sure.
That's been the main focus for the last few weeks. So
that's good, and again, probably not a lot what the team members see. So when you say like behind the scenes, like this is what we're really digging and peeling back for sure. How about any like ahas or surprises that you guys have had, kind of in these roles or?
My biggest one is, maybe you've seen it more because you work in the field, but for me it's more like you can't really plan out a day.
No,
because there's just so much unforeseen.
I like to call it plot twist.
There's just so much unforeseen, which it can be challenging, but I kind of like that part of the job just because it's every day is so different. There's just new scenarios, new things you have to navigate every day, which helps you grow as an individual.
Yes.
But you can't. That was probably my biggest aha. It's like I know I have these meetings today. I know this is what I want to get accomplised, but there's also
the wrenches that get thrown at you daily.
We have like a little sticker like you plan and God laughs, or whatever. You try your best, and I think that speaks a lot to like our be athletic mentality, and I'll share that with candidates too, to be like bend in the knees, like be ready for change, be ready for a pivot in your day. I think that can be really exciting and definitely challenge us in different ways. But if we just do our best to be prepared and know that sometimes it's just not going to go that way.
Yeah, for sure.
How about you, Mike?
Oh, yeah. Just the changes that we've made to the offsite process has, with the sales, has been great. It's, we're selling a lot more. We're forecasting. Mitch has been outstanding at looking way into the future, making sure we are covered. When we get to winter, when we get to those slow months, we gotta keep working. We gotta keep these guys busy.
That's huge.
So guys and gals, I got and that is going miles. Just knowing that we have that work really gets into their head and is like, we got a good job here. So let's give her.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
Talk to me, I guess, about these roles. Like, have they met your expectations? There's a couple of ahas and surprises, and hey, I believe in you. But any surprises that you thought it was going to be like this, but it's more like this.
Not specifically, I guess. I knew it was going to be more and more challenging, right?
For sure.
I knew that coming in.
Reach.
I didn't know what I didn't really have. Just coming in, I'm like, I'm going to do my best and roll with it. So that's what I've been trying to do and what I will continue to do.
For me, it's so because of all these sales, we are growing and we are adding staff. We're adding team members, and the challenging part for me is the hiring part. I mean, I'm getting flooded with candidates I need to go through and hire and set up interviews and get the right people in. That's probably one of the biggest challenges I'm facing. But so far so good. I got quite a few hired already, and they're working out well. So,
we've been talking about that a lot from people in talent. Like, we are in recruitment mode, and just again with that growth and strategy, and I think Kate had unemployment rate is down. So there's not a lot of people just sitting at home.
No.
So we do have to be more proactive about that, but also support you in that. And that takes a lot of time and effort. And then too, because we are all profit protectors and culture protectors, that takes a lot to make sure it's the right fit and the right people, for sure.
A lot of these candidates are coming from other fields that they just don't want to be a part of, and they're hearing good things about Drexel. The majority of the candidates I had come in are like, we're hearing great things about Drexel. And it's like the word is out. This is a great company to work for, and Amherst production is a nice place to work. You're doing construction work inside a building. I mean, you can work 365 days a year and not get a raindrop on you. Or get cold, or it's awesome.
As you say, building people's homes, their dreams, it's meaningful. That's just really cool. Talk to me. We had a listener, a listener asked this question, wanted me to ask you guys. Talk to us about this overtime. Team members have been working a little bit more overtime. We've just heard that with our Wrightstown Trust plant, working Saturdays, some of your team on Fridays.
Right.
And this person thinks you did a really good job forecasting that and talking to your team about that and communicating ahead of time. And they want to know, who kind of came up with that communication plan? How did this kind of unfold?
You can take it.
Okay. Well, because of the changes we made, we were starting to get flooded with orders, and we didn't have the staff at the time to do it. We needed to fill these orders in a timely manner, and the only way to do it was to add a few overtime days, trying not to overload them, keeping that balance intact still, working a few, taking one off. But the buy-in, it took a minute. I'm not going to lie. It took a minute to get them to, they were digging their Fridays off, working the 4-10 schedule. But once they got bought in and understood that, if we do get this product out, if we do fill these orders, we can relax a little bit and stick to that 40-hour week that we are trying to adhere to. So.
For sure. And I think, some of that with with our team, with people and talent, and these candidate, screenings, and you're talking about balance, and it is kind of that core value, a little bit of a conflict sometimes, and to be able to just really focus on that messaging, working to the workload to meet the demands of the builder and get it to them on time. I think that's all how you approach it, for sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
Anything more to add to that, Mitch?
No, that was pretty much it. And then cascading to the team, it was more so just a reoccurring, we started it, I don't know how many weeks out it was.
So just doing a weekly email, making sure everybody was on the same page. Like, this is our plan. This is our 4-week forecast. Okay. This is what we're going to be doing. Yep. Hopefully it pays off. For sure. And it did. Yeah. We are currently shifting our shift structure. Okay. We're moving away from 4-10s. We're going to a 5-day, 8-hour work shift, and now that we're kind of getting to a good point, we're the hours are going to be less during the day. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
For sure. Have you guys had to adjust communication styles or try different forms of, you said, email, then I'm sure, in person, and what does that all look like?
Yeah, it typically starts in person, right? And then I won't lie, you get some feedback right away, but you don't get all of it, right? You don't get all your feedback right away. Sometimes it takes a little bit to process it, and then you'll start to get more of the real feedback after that, and you kind of got to navigate it. And then from there, just explaining the why. We just... a lot of orders came in. We were doing the right things to gain sales, and earlier in the year we were a little bit slow. So just really focusing on here's the workload. We have to fulfill these orders, right, and continue to build on this momentum that we have, and then get us to a spot where we're in a more reasonable workload, right? Yeah. That way we can kind of smooth it out. So really, it was in person, and then. Like Mike said, the forecasting a few weeks out. It was, I think to start it was 4 to 5 weeks out, and then as we got closer and closer, if something changed, it was in that email, well described.
That's great.
So.
Yeah. That is something that I think is just continuously trying to improve across the company, and I'm sure any other people listening to this too, communication as you continue to grow, as things change and evolve, and that is a question that we do intentionally keep in our pulse surveys, top workplace surveys about, do you feel clued in? How is our communication? So props to you guys for really thinking through that and really planning that out in advance. It has truly shown and will continue to help all of us, for sure. Tell us a little bit about any advice that you would give somebody that is looking or aspiring for leadership. Is there anything you would tell your past self before getting into the roles that you're in?
I would, like I said, I didn't really believe in myself, but you have to believe in yourself first.
Yeah, for sure.
Which took a bit,
Start
but
first,
I'm glad I made the change.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I don't know if mine's specifically to a leadership role. It's more so just in general, if you're doing something and it's worth doing it, don't half-ass it. Right?
Yes,
give it your best.
Go all in.
Yeah, that's just kind of. Yeah. Regardless of the scenario or the situation, if it's worth doing it, you might as well give it your best.
For sure.
That's the advice I'd give myself.
Any other resources that have been helpful to you? Joel obviously is a big book guy. We've listed a lot of books on here. Anything like that that's really helped you personally or professionally?
I did do Book Club 1.
Yeah.
I can't remember off the top of my head that sticks out the most. Is it Chop Wood, Carry Water? Yeah,
yes.
That one was solid. There was another one. I can't remember the name of it though. Yeah. But I'm more of a people resources thing.
That's great.
But I do enjoy reading every once in a while. Not necessarily going to read a book every time I go home.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. Yep. I consume on the go a lot of Audible listening from you.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah. Not much of a reader.
Yeah.
I'm not. So I relied. It's the mentors. It's the leadership team I have that I leaned on a lot. So that's.
Anybody outside of Drexel that's been helpful to you, or kind of maybe within the team?
Like I said, my wife's a huge supporter, right? Not necessarily knowing the daily, but she's just very supportive about, just getting after it and doing my best. And then also my parents and my family, the rest of my family, they're all, they
That's
think
great.
I can do anything, right?
Yes,
so
exactly.
Even when I don't think I can. So
keep those people in your corner, right?
For sure.
They're going to help you.
Yeah, my wife, for sure. I got friends in leadership positions that I lean on as well.
That's great. Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. Let's talk a little bit about, I guess we kind of talked about some ahas, any like other challenges that you guys have really kind of learned from or are still working through on the day-to-day?
Yeah, for me, it's like with the growth, it's getting more team members hired and getting the staff up to where it has to be able to handle these orders and be able to keep lead times as short as possible. It's challenging, but we see the future.
And are you still looking for multiple shifts or like more than?
Yes. So the goal is to fully staff first and second shift, and then have that with the 8-hour shift. We can potentially add that third shift.
Yes.
Round the clock production. So.
For sure. How about you, Mitch?
I would just say prioritizing like tasks on the daily, right? Like it seems like when you go through a day, it seems like everything's super, super important, which they all have value, right? Yeah. But it's just selecting 3 of them, or if it's 2 of them, or even if it's 1 of them in a day, and just focusing on that 1, 2, or 3 items and just trying to get those done.
Yes.
I mean, that's,
yeah, if I can check 1 or 2 things off a task list, it's a big day. Because you got every other thing thrown at you that you had to handle at the time. So
I think that's really helpful. One of my mentors, he did like a prioritizing like actual like course for people, because there's so many different methods to doing it too. I had no idea. Like, you got the Post-it thing here and then like, the matrix here. Like there's so much, and really have to kind of do what works for you. And then like you said, you just never know what's going to show up in your day. So being able to be like, okay, what's the most important right now? Yeah.
Fire extinguisher.
Yeah, I actually do have a fire extinguisher. Shout out to Kate. She got me this mini fire extinguisher. It just makes like this like swishing noise. So it's putting out office fires, obviously. Funny. So I can get you one if you want one of those. She finds all the cool knickknacks like that for sure. Cool. We talked about that. I guess what are you guys like really looking forward to? Kind of future of Amherst, Drexel. You obviously have the new Randeck line?
Randeck, yeah.
Okay.
Automated line, yeah. It's getting that thing fully staffed. We're just running it on first right now, and it's been doing outstanding work.
Okay.
It's really a game changer.
Yeah.
Now that we have it up and running fully, it's getting that thing staffed on every shift would be a huge goal.
And when did that start, or when was it? That was just a few months ago.
We got it. Yeah, we had to have our Randeck people come from Sweden and do some reprogramming back in June, and so like ever since June, we've been running it pretty hard. Yeah.
Okay. And for maybe team members or those listening that don't know, what does that line do for
Right.
us?
It's an automated. Robotic line that frames walls. So it's got a robotic framing station. The wall gets sent down.
Okay.
It's got robots that sheet the wall. We'll grab sheets, put it on the wall, nail it off, and it goes into another cell where it has routers that it actually routes out window openings and door openings, and as well as the whole parameter of the wall, and then it will send it down to get either Tyvek, or if it's blue board tape or zip tape, it gets taped, cleaned up, and then it can get sent down the line to go into a window station, get windows installed, and then it comes out the end of the line where it gets picked up by a crane and set on the trailer, or stacked in packs and get ready for shipment.
Pretty smooth.
Yeah, it's it's much easier on your body. Obviously, it's doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
Yes.
It's pretty awesome.
Efficiency wise, how long does it take to kind of get one through?
Oh, it looks
it does look slow.
It looks like it's going slow, but it doesn't stop. It doesn't one
stop
after
moving.
another, and it fills up faster than you think, and it's amazing.
Wow.
Efficiency.
Drone footage of that.
If we
That's really cool.
Like on an individual wall, it does look like it's moving slow, but you always got to remember there's another one right behind it. There's another one coming right behind it, so it just it fills up the loading area pretty quickly.
And about how many team members to the line? Or I know you're still working through that, but
we're working through it. There's probably up to we could fully staffed with window install and all that. It'll take probably 8 to 10 people to
Very
run
cool.
it, and like I say, it's going to move quick, and it's going to really help us put product out.
Yeah, and like speaking to like recruiting and like attracting talent is, I know Jake's been trying to really, shout out to Jake Randall. It's just been really trying to highlight the innovation that we have and these robotics and this efficiency and keeping people safe and all those things.
Yeah.
So I think that really does
That's huge.
help, and that we really want to try to highlight more. How about you, Mitch? Any challenges? Or I guess we're talking future. Sorry. Future stuff that you're looking forward to.
Yeah, futures, I guess, just the continued sales and then just seeing what we can output, right? The shift schedule is going to be a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
What does that look like, and how does that benefit? And then also Randec, if we once fully staffed, running on both shifts, what does output look like? How many more sales can we take in a year because we can output more quality product, right?
Yeah,
that's what I'm looking forward to.
It's exciting,
Yeah, that's really cool. Cool. Talk to me about, let's see, what else do we want to cover? We talked about that. I guess, is there any other thing in this role that that you guys like have really, just overcome in this amount of time, that like you like, whether it's hiring or anything else that's like just been, I don't know, take a moment to like be proud of and just celebrate.
Sure.
You got it.
For me, it's getting the feedback from the field of a set that goes really well because the product is pristine.
Yes. Sure.
Shout out to my whole team for that, for just putting out that great product, from design to production to everything, making sure these things go great. Getting that feedback, getting pictures, cascading that to my team is just a great feeling. They love hearing that. They're like, fuck yeah, let's keep it going.
100%, yeah. Because I mean, you obviously, have you been out in the field? Not that you've been in this role.
Minimally. I miss it. I miss going out there and getting my hands dirty. Yeah,
I love when they share it on communities. Yeah. To be able to see that, like, hey guys, this just went up in a couple hours or less than that. So that's a good point. That's really cool to see that, and then so rewarding for the team. That sure. Hey guys, like, that was you. You contributed to that right there.
Yeah, we'll throw it on communities. We'll put it, I'll just post pictures on the digital screen. Yep.
Okay, cool.
And
that's great.
Yep.
How about you, Mitch? Anything to add to that?
I don't really have much to add to that. No, I mean, the feedback from the field, everything going well. Like when you do get the post on communities and the builder's like, wow, we were so impressed. Like, there wasn't a house here at the beginning of the day. We came back. The neighbors went to work, came back in the afternoon. There was a house there, right? Like, that's all cool to see.
It's just amazing.
Yeah, I mean, just obviously there's daily wins every day, right? Like, but all the credit to the team, to Mike, production, Taryn and design, Jake and ops. Like,
takes a village.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
I love seeing like the comments, or even some of the Lion Award nominations too. Like, just the communication from all the everybody that had a hand in it, and like the shout outs of that. Like, I don't know, there was one like Kelly Sieber's always, shout out to Kelly, she's always nominating and thanking people for having a hand in this or communicating this. Like, that just fuels everything. And I think like the number one like core value like nominations I see is teamwork, and that really says a lot to the support everyone feels.
What it takes.
Yeah. From the production floor to the field, So that's great. I got some fun, happy questions for you, because it's happy hour after all. Right?
Good. Sweet.
Yeah, right? Cheers.
Enough of this work stuff.
I know, what? So I guess let's start with what would be your happy hour drink of choice, gentlemen? Would it be the New Glarus that you're drinking today, or
I don't mind it. I'm not a fussy drinker. For some reason, we talk about drinking a lot at work. I don't know why. But
Wisconsin-based company.
I don't know. Every time Jake Randall, shout out to Jake.
Yes.
I talked to him. He was like, "So what do you like drinking?" Like, so why do I always got to talk about alcohol, Jake?
Yeah, Jake, come on.
No, it's all good stuff. It's all about having fun.
For sure.
No, I like a good beer. I like a good bourbon on the rocks. I like a good old fashioned. I like a good summer fruity drink once in a while. I'm happy. I'm easy to please.
Okay, very well. Yeah, we got lots of options here.
Yeah,
But the Moon Man is good.
It is
Shout out
solid,
to
yeah.
New Glarus.
Yes. Okay.
I'm getting after it. It's bourbon. Yeah,
Bourbon,
it's bourbon.
yeah.
But otherwise I'm just a beer guy. So
Sure.
good beer.
On the golf course, so yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. If you could have a happy hour with anybody, living or historical, who would that be and why?
Oh man.
One person? Can it be multiple people?
Oh, multiple. Bring them in. The more the merrier, they say.
Multiple people.
Yeah. How about that?
I'd probably reset the stage with a good Thanksgiving dinner. So all my grandparents have passed.
Okay.
Right? I'd bring all my grandparents back. And then I'd have
that.
my immediate family.
Yeah.
Like my son now, right? My brother-in-law, sister-in-law, right?
That'd be really cool.
And that would probably be the nothing. I mean, conversation would just go where it goes.
Go where it goes. Yep. Yeah. Take me back. That's good. Man. How about you, Mike?
Oh, that makes mine seem kind of lame. I don't know, but family, yeah, for sure. I 100% agree with that. I don't know. I'm a huge music guy.
Okay.
So my wife is always wondering why I have to have my phone blaring music in my pocket when I'm doing shit around the house. Yeah. She's like, you always got it. I was like, well, yeah, of course I do.
It's my mood booster, right?
It is, yeah.
For
so,
sure.
Yeah.
Keeps me
so
going.
It's music. I mean, any musician, I don't know.
Have you seen any in concert?
I've seen a lot.
Okay. Who would be?
You gotta pick artist of choice. Come on.
Oh man, that's tough. I don't know. I saw a couple years ago. I saw Foo Fighters in concert, and it was probably one of the top 5 for me.
Okay. Indoor, outdoor.
It was outdoor.
Outdoor.
Yeah. It was
I don't know
in
way to go
Milwaukee.
with that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's great.
I don't know. It was good. I could list 100 of them right now.
Well, we'll have to have a separate podcast episode to talk music.
The classics. Ozzy just passed. I'm a huge Ozzy and Black Sabbath fan. I would say, John Lennon. You could. Yeah, huge music guy. So
my sons are big into Avengers right now, and all the soundtracks that come with that. So my 3-year-old is currently requesting another one, Bites the Dust. And I don't know, there was another one today where I was like, oh, okay, Def Leppard this or Leonard Skinner this. I'm like, is this appropriate? Okay, whatever. He just wants Iron Man. Yeah. So, whatever's associated with that. What's something, we talk about team member happiness, right? That's really important to us. We want our team members to have a positive, happy experience here in and outside of work. What's something that's bringing you guys happiness, joy in your day? Could be personal, professional, but how do you stay positive? What is that for you?
I mean, I just like being involved and helping people.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
That's it really,
Having fun with the team.
Yeah.
I mean. Yeah.
For sure. Do you have any plans coming up to kind of round out summer?
Let's see.
Any trips?
Summer? Yeah, we're going to Florida.
Okay.
Not
good.
Well, it'll be the start of fall, but by the time we go, but yeah, finally getting to take a vacation. I kind of been putting it off. Getting into this role, I haven't taken much time off, so we are now gonna take some time off. We have a wedding to go to in Florida, so we're gonna.
Where in Florida?
It'll be around the Orlando area.
Okay, can't go wrong there.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Definitely something to look forward to.
So
absolutely.
For
sunshine.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess outside of work, my son turns 1 next month.
Whoa,
so
that's a big milestone.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Planning that whole party, so that'll be fun.
Shout out to your son.
Shout out to my son.
Yes. Are you one of the themed party people, or are we just?
I think we're doing a theme.
Okay.
I'll check
all right.
my wife.
Yep.
I think we're doing a theme.
Sure.
It's mandatory at that age.
Yeah. So there's that, and then we got a couple hunting trips planned for the end of in the fall. So that'll be fun, and then obviously the holidays. So I'm a huge fan. Huge fan of Christmas time. I love it.
Yeah, we just were working. Meg and I were working on the fall line, our apparel swag site. Okay, that's going to be live September 2nd. So we're getting excited about that. I'm like, this is just it, you guys. School's starting. Yep. The fresh slate of fall is coming, and then all this stuff to look forward to. Wow.
Right.
Okay, I think we're here. Our billboard message. If you haven't heard before, you get a billboard on Highway 141. We'll say, I guess, and it can say anything. One word, a message. It can change, as we all know. Things change. Mantras and all. What would that be for you? I'll go Mitch.
Mine would be, I saw this quote fairly recently, and it kind of stuck with me. It was, when you're green, you're growing. When you're ripe, you rot. right?
I love that.
Yeah, so like,
Yes.
just always, how I took it is basically always just have the mindset of continuing to grow and learn more, right? And just continue to build on that. As soon as you think you know it all, that's when that's when you ultimately fail. So that kind of stuck with me.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I've heard a couple of those, like if you were the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Yeah.
So you got to change up the room, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
as Joel will say, like if you're not growing, you're dying. That's why you want to
Yep.
live on university where it is buzzing.
Yeah.
Like that's why we call it the Drexel campus. Like that's
Mhm.
great.
Yep.
Yeah, green growth. Yep. How about you?
I don't know. I always like the shirts or whatever you see that says "Be a nice person." You know,
Yeah.
it's not that hard.
It's
Just be a
not.
nice person.
Yeah.
Don't be an asshole.
Exactly.
You know?
Joel just posted that this week about like kindness is free.
Yeah.
It costs nothing.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
No,
Don't
I
take that
like
for granted.
It's- mhm.
Yeah. We'll put that on the next Drexel swag for sure. Guys, thank you for your time. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
sharing some of your insights and lessons.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it. The team knows where to find you.
Right.
Give me a call, but cheers. We are
Oh, good thing that was empty.
Good job. You finished it. Cheers.
I did.